Hi everybody, I am here today to review the Walknbook Windows Tablet PC by iRULU, or iRULU. I'm not exactly sure how that is supposed to be said, but that's how I'm going to say it. This is a 10.1 inch Windows tablet, and it's supposed to be pretty awesome at a pretty low price. So let's dig in and see if it holds up to the hype. Now I'm going to try to see how long it takes to get this up and running from unboxing to actual first use. Getting it out of the box is already a little bit of a challenge. There we go. So I apparently will get a fabulous gift when I scan that barcode. We'll have to see what that is. I'll make sure to put that in my review if it's anything worth mentioning. I do want to say I ordered this and I got it delivered fairly quickly, so I was impressed. Alright, this looks like it is the tablet. Now I must warn you all, it's been a long time since I have set up a Windows computer, because I am pretty much a Mac girl. So, and my ultimate goal with this one is to be able to at least play The Sims on it from Origin. So, we shall see. This is the keyboard. It's a nice heft to it. You can see I've already got fingerprints on it. That didn't take very long. Looks like there's the connector. And then so here is the power brick and a micro USB cable. And that is the whole kit and caboodle that you get with this setup. Okay, so let's see how we get this up and running. They have stickers on here. This sticker says step 2. But I don't see a step 1. It does recommend charging the tablet for 10 hours before the first time use. I'm not going to do that. So buyer beware. I'm not sure why. I've never had any modern technology that asked me to charge for that long before using. Okay, so that went into the keyboard dock pretty easily. I've been using an iPad Pro lately, so this tablet feels a little small. But it's very well made, if I do say so myself. Doesn't look like there's any power at all, so it doesn't ship with a battery charge, it looks like, which is also unusual for today's technology. Alright, so after a few minutes charging, looks like we might be able to get this to boot up, and we can go from there. Well, this is fun. This is a little bit like watching grass grow. All right, Legal stuff accepted. Oh, sorry. Be right back after I get connected to my Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi connected, and I told Windows to use the Express settings to set me up. I did use the keyboard for the first time while typing in my router key, and I have to say the buttons feel a little cheap. They have a lot of travel to them, but it seemed to work just fine. So not too bad for a keyboard with a little tablet. Windows is definitely a little more friendly than it used to be. I will be back as soon as we're done getting our critical updates. Okay, so it got the updates and went back to setting up. I didn't turn you back on or turn the review back on because I didn't want you to see me enter my live email address and password or set up my PIN for my new Walknbook. However, those were the two things that it did ask me to do after it finished doing the updates. And now we are at the Meet Cortana screen. I'm assuming Cortana is much like Siri. So she says, in short, I'm your personal assistant and sidekick, ready when you are. So I'm going to go ahead and say use Cortana. One thing I have to say about Windows versus Mac OS is setup on a new device certainly takes a lot longer to do. I help people set up Macs quite often, and by this point they would already happily be using their new device. Of course, this doesn't have anything to say about the Walknbook, just the operating system that runs on it. Okay, I'll be back as soon as this finishes. And we're back. So, looks like it has me set up and on the Windows desktop. Now, let's try to do a little exploring. So first of all, I want to figure out why it's not resetting the date and time correctly. So, whoops, go in here, set time automatically, Eastern time, that's what I'm on. Still thinks it's November 30th. It is not. So, I'm not sure. Let's turn off the set time automatically and change it. It is currently 1:26 p.m. Change that as well. I have to say the touchscreen is very responsive. More so than I almost expected. This is really truly my first time ever using a touchscreen version of Windows. So I kind of like having the keyboard and the trackpad to be more of a hybrid type usage. It's kind of like how I wish I could use my iPad Pro. So this is pretty cool. You just got all your Windows settings. Nothing too exciting to play with. Not exactly sure why it didn't update the date and time automatically, but we'll see how well it holds the time now that it's been manually updated. You've got your Windows 10. Looks like Office comes pre-installed. I think I read that you're supposed to get 1 month of Office 365 for free. So I have to check that out. All right, yeah, so you're gonna need to log in order to actually use Office. But you see it's pretty snappy. It moves very well. Responds very nicely. I have to spend some time playing with this, and then I will update my written review that'll go along with this setup and unboxing review, and let you guys know what I think after I've used it for a little while. But right now I am actually more impressed than I had expected to be, and I would say if I were going to give this an Amazon rating right now, I would have to give it a 5-star, because it does everything at this point that I expect it to do and appears to do it quite well. So we'll see if that changes over the next several days as I use this and install apps and, you know, try to make it a part of my workflow, and we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and initial setup of this Windows 10 Walknbook by iRULU, and thanks for watching.